So you want to learn about Lego stop motion. Maybe you love Legos and just want to bring them to life. Or maybe you've seen some cool stop motions and think you want to try it out yourself. Well, you've come to the right place. I will teach you the art of stop motion in 5 easy steps. So let's begin. Step 1, your materials. What you're gonna need is a base plate, the Legos that you're gonna animate with, and a device to animate on. A desk lamp will work for lighting, but that's just for now. As you get more into stop motion, you're gonna want different types of lighting to set the tone. Now once you have everything set up, you're gonna wanna build a stand for your device. It's super simple. I kinda used illegal building techniques by putting the plate between the studs, but I mean, it works for this. And yeah, you're gonna wanna be able to see the entire, whatever your set. You want to be able to see that. And you're also going to want to have an app. So if you already have one, you can skip ahead, but this is Stop Motion Studio, completely free, and you can get it on any device. Just all you really need to know, go into here and you take a picture. But in here, go click that little settings button and you can go change the frame rate. So I'm going to go to 14 frames per second because that is what I film at. Okay, so you're going to want to put your device there. And if you have duct tape or any tape, I use sticky tack, but you need to hold down this and your set because stop motion takes a while and you're going to probably knock something over. So now you have your setup. Everything is done as far as that goes. Step 2, figuring out your walk cycle. So we have our setup. We're gonna grab our minifigure. I'm gonna be using this little like ninja assassin looking guy. And if you go into your camera to look at, you click this button and it turns on a grid. So it'll just show you where on the screen everything's gonna be, and you're gonna want your minifigure to start on the left side of the grid, or the left column. Okay, and I'm gonna speed this thing up. All right, so you guys can see the final product. And there you have it. The walk has been completed. He moved across from the left column to the right column, and so you can see it's only 55 pictures, which, if you're new to stop motion, actually isn't that much. But look, first he starts with both legs together here. In the next picture, he moves the left leg outward, like he's about to take a step. He plants that leg down, and then the next leg is like behind. Now the legs are together again, and he does the same thing on the other side. And I think it came out pretty well. Here's the final product. And see, he just walks across and turns and looks at the screen. And it's that's one of the most basic walk cycles. Everybody's gonna experiment and find their own eventually. I was originally inspired by Edbound for mine, but you're gonna see you'll wanna be removing frames. And for running, it's actually the exact same concept, except you'll remove probably a frame or so, maybe when the legs are together. I'm not sure what you would wanna do, but you're gonna wanna skip a stud. And I don't know how this works at 5 FPS or 8 FPS, but for me, at 14, it works pretty well. So, yeah, that's all for this step. Step 3, talking. If your minifigure's just standing there, they can't move their mouths, so nobody knows that they're talking. It's just a picture of a Lego with audio over it, so it's pretty boring. In my eyes, there are two ways to make a minifigure talk. You can use the realistic way, or you can use the cartoonish way. The cartoon way I use much more often, as in my Spider-Man vs. Venom Halloween special, I had Venom and Spider-Man both talking, moving their arms like crazy people. Nobody actually talks like this, but it gives them character, and you can tell what they want to say. Next, you'll find the realistic version, seen in most war films, and it gives it an intensity that you want to find. You've just got to make sure that you're zoomed in on the character enough to tell who is the one speaking. Like in my Guardian Angel episode 1, I basically just moved his head and torso a little bit to show that he was talking. One of my favorite brick filmers for war and history is the LCM Brick Show, and it seems that he uses this technique in 99% of his films. Step 4. Making the story. All too often, I will come across a channel that just pumps out videos for the subscribers. If you make an animation with views in mind, it's not going to come out good and it will be rushed. You may still get what you wanted, but it won't be your full potential. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and only because I love animating. I only posted my first video in late summer 2024, and I do this to share my animations with the world. If you want to become a great animator, or at least the best you can be, do it because you love the work, because it becomes a grind at times. When making a script, take your time and write witty jokes, or write what you would want a movie to be like, because if you write it just so that it's easy to animate, it can come out boring. So keep pushing your limits and abilities and you'll make something great. Now, on to step 5. Okay, step 5, the set. So you're ready to animate, you have your script, storyboard, and the techniques down. But where you're filming looks like this. Not good. You need a set. When building a set, unlike a script, you need to keep the animation ability in mind. It should be spacious and accessible if it's an outdoor set, but if it's indoor, I recommend removable walls and no roof, or even only 3 walls. Your set just needs to be accessible to the camera, and when I'm watching a stop motion as an animator, at least for me, if I see a difficult set, I'm very impressed and want to learn more about the animator. Just some side notes that I forgot to add. A clean stop motion at 8 FPS is way better than a crappy animation at 24 FPS. It's good to push for a higher frame rate at times, but really just stick with what you're comfortable with. I film at only 14 FPS, but I think it comes out good because I put in the effort to make things smoother. I plan on making a tutorial for making smoother animations sometime, but for now, I hope I helped introduce you to the world of LEGO stop motion. If this video helped or you want to support my channel, please consider subscribing. If you think I forgot something or have questions on how I do stuff in my stop motions, feel free to put it in the comments. I almost always respond. Thanks for watching.